Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's your boy, Dark, with DLD After Dark. Now, I'm going to do my best this stream to remain as focused as possible on the content. Yes, it is not a Tuesday, it is not a Thursday, it is not a Sunday. This is a bonus stream. So please do me a favor and type in what all of you had for dinner. Don't ask why, just do. And we're going to talk about why a certain type of agency is cataloging all of your transactions of Zepules. And while we do that, I have kind of a funny thing here. So you guys know I do this same, 30-second countdown with that, right? Well, about a week or so ago, a viewer, actually a guest and a viewer, made an intro for me. Now, I meant to download it and use it and all that. And as I do it, I realize that it kind of has like this, I don't know, like when a substitute teacher comes in the room and they're like, we're just going to watch a video today, kind of thing. The beginning of those videos, it's got that vibe. But how can I not play it? Like, Tactical Pineapple made this for me, so I am going to play this. Now, you guys will feel like you are in the library at 6th grade and you're preparing for a video of Reading Rainbow, but it's not. Enjoy. Yo, okay, I'm not gonna lie, the graphics in that are dope. But Tactical Pineapple, bro, the music, I'll have to change the music, but I had to show it some love, man, because you put a lot of time and effort into that, and I appreciate that. You actually made that on stream while we were, come on, let's let it run again. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right, so I do want to go ahead and jump into what's going on here. Let me just go through and say what's up to all my folks that be folking. So 9mm Slim was the first one here. Before I even click live, he was already in here waiting, chilling. So yeah, you get the bonus stream tonight, brother. Armitage, what up? Corn Pop's Revenge. Corn Pop was a bad dude. Chanamemba. Dirt McGirt, Duck Duck Glowy, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Swamp Dog, what up? Aaron, what up? Too Many Choices, welcome. Pepperoni Pizza, man, what a beautiful world that we live in. New York City Pizza, nice, okay, all right. Everyone's on the pizza kick. For Pete's sake, that is an excellent name. Philly cheesesteak, you got it. Thank you for not calling it a steak and cheese. And Texas Bullet, Chenamemba. Phoenix, what up? What's cracking, player? Thomas Darnell, what up? Phoenix, I think I actually owe you a return email. A bunch of people have emailed me, thank you. And there's actually a lot of new subscribers. I've gained almost 600 new subscribers in the past like 48 to 72 hours. So just for, the new subs out there, welcome. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support. And, this isn't like a typical episode. This is a stream just based on some information that broke today. But my behind was caught working all MF day. So I wasn't able to report on it as quickly as I would have liked to. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. So I used to work in the industry, and when we did transactions and people came in and filled out 4473's, you always have people that are asking like, hey, is this like registered? Like, do I go somewhere and register this? And we were like trained to say, no, there is no registry in the state of Virginia. This is actually just a background check and yada yada yada. And in the back of our minds, like we always talked about it, we knew what the inspections looked like. We knew what what happened when the Alphabet Boys came in there, and then with the form change, putting the purchaser information and then the description of the item and the serial number, make, model, and all that on the same page. Like, come on, bro, could you be more obvious? But anyway, let's go back. We're gonna develop a story, okay? Now, in this story, um, we have to go back quite a ways, actually, almost a year, to December the 21st. And as I'm going through this, I'm going to say John Crump provided this information to me. If you're not subbed to him, John Crump Live, John Crump News, both excellent channels. And he is an investigative journalist and a two-way activist and basically a badass who has all the information before anyone else. Like, I've actually had this for a while. I don't know how I can say that. Let's just say this information was embargoed until today. And I'm not going to say anything else about it. So, back in December of 2020, Crump put out an article using his crystal ball. No, all joking aside, Crump put out an article discussing the Chloe Nation 0702. I love stories. Is this a happy one? It depends who wins the end. Um, yeah, guys. Oh, the direction of our country. Man, I don't even get me started on that. I want to tell a story. Tell a story. Don't talk about the direction of our country because we're totally not falling apart and everything is turning into dog shit. Okay, so December 21st of 2020, Dr. Crump wrote an article. And he had said, it appears Walmart is transferring their customer sales records for firearm purchases to the ATF. These records will be transferred to the ATF from the 500 stores that have discontinued the sale of firearms. This information comes to Amaland News from a recently leaked internal ATF conference calls. You gotta love those internal shots, man. Got to. A former ATF assistant director confirmed to Amaland News that Walmart plans to discontinue gun sales at 500 of its stores nationwide as of January of, at that time of year, 2021? 21? No, 20. December 21 of 2020. So as of January at that time, 2,388 Walmart stores sold firearms still at that time. 500 were discontinuing to sell firearms. Now, when any type of, whether it's an O2 or whatever, when any type of FFL closes, there's something called it's the OBO, where they basically, it's the out of business, I don't have it handy. It's the place that takes all of the records from the FFL, and they go to Needy Road in West Virginia. And they literally have shipping containers. I mean, a floor caved in at the ATF because of the weight of all the documents that they had. And when any FFL closes, they have to give, well, there's a couple options, but they have to give the information to the ATF for up to 20 years post close, I believe. I'm going to read through this with y'all. I'm also going to screen share some documents that are out there a little bit, and they also have the option of giving the documents to a successor. So in this case, we have 2,388 Walmart stores that are, in operation, and 500 of them are no longer selling firearms. And I'm sorry, I got that wrong. 2,388 were continuing to sell firearms. 500 were not. They very easily could have just said, okay, well, let's move the documents to these other, any of these 2,388 other stores. But of course, they did not choose freedom. They chose bowing down to the Alpha Tango Foxtrot boys, and they said, I think the big number in Remington out of business records. I think the big number is Remington out of business. I don't know what you mean by that. Sorry. Just heard they're voting on a magazine ban. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked by chat, y'all. My bad. So basically, they had the option of saying, you know what, let's just go ahead and give these to the other stores, right? It keeps it out of the hands of the ATF and it keeps it within our company, and it's probably easier to just do that. Move it to one of your like, come on, dude. Anyway, I digress. So here's the actual information. When an FFL closes a location, the ATF allows the transfer documents to a successor FFL. Walmart could transfer the 4473 records from those stores that are ending sales to another regional store or location that still sells firearms. Very easy. If Walmart chose to, they could shield their customers' information, their private information that consists of firearm transactions, from direct access of the ATF or by the ATF. Instead, Walmart appears to be handing it all over. Now, this was before they actually did. They did indeed hand all that information over. Now, this kind of casted a gray cloud over not only the ATF, if they didn't already have one already, right? But also this put a huge spotlight on the 4473 debacle. So over the last year, a lot of people started looking into what the ATF is doing exactly. And you know what they're doing? I'll go ahead and read through this with you guys. So the Honorable Michael Cloud is a congressman, and he and 51 other individuals, all congressmen and people of the like, sent in a letter and requested a response in writing from the ATF saying, what are you doing with these out of business records? How are you documenting them? You know, where are they? Like, we vehemently oppose the rule that, we want to, that the new administration, whatever. I'm not political. All politicians are crooked. Don't ask me. The what's it called? Sorry, COVID brain. I'm still getting over it. Anyway, the records, whatever, what are they doing with them? That we vehemently oppose the rule change that this new administration is saying that it's no longer up to 20 years, it's forever, indefinitely, meaning that the ATF would have records of all firearm sales eventually, right? Of course, excluding, private transfers and privately manufactured firearms. Interesting, that word private stands out there. So the Honorable Michael Cloud sent a letter that is signed by 51 other congressional members. And he basically said, I'll paraphrase it, bro, ATF, what are y'all doing? Like, we don't trust you and stuff. So give us information in writing and tell us what you're doing. And their response in writing was this. I'll go through the article. It's nuts. Like this, you can't even make this shit. I was talking to Sport Brand today. It was like real life is so much crazier than shit that we make up. Like you can't make this up. So, Congressional Representative Michael Cloud and 51 other Congress members recently sent a letter to the ETF questioning the Bureau's growing database of personal information about Americans' gun purchases. We are concerned that this administration is leveraging its power in a way to establish a federal gun registry. Moreover, we are opposed to the recent proposed regulation that would require FFLs to facilitate the creation of a federal gun registry, meaning give them the 4473's indefinitely, right? There was no cutoff, right? You couldn't, work around that. According to a response letter, it's attached here. I'll include it in the description or somewhere. I'll screen share it here tonight, actually. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives acknowledged that it has 920,664,765 records. Bruh. And all that paper and all those 4473's take up so much space as they're breaking in floors and they're, holding up shipping containers at 244 Needy Road in Martinsburg, West Virginia. So what do? They start using something called OCR to digitize the records. Now, what's OCR, you ask? It is an acronym that I don't remember, but it's like ocular. Let me pull it up here. It's essentially scanning it to where, like, if they were to store a JPEG and a picture or something like that, then they would actually have to look through files to assist them in their tracing, which we're going to talk about too, which has led to barely any arrests. They didn't respond to one of the questions of if this crime gun tracing with, like, crime gun? What is a crime gun? Are crime guns different than my guns? Because mine don't identify as crime guns, which, so we'll go through it here. So basically they're using OCR, which is optical character recognition technology. Now, what that means is that if there's, a 4473 that says DLD after dark purchased a destructive device on this date, obviously that's an NFA item. I'm just being silly, but DLD after dark purchased this Title I firearm, blah, blah, blah. Then they can actually go in and search DLD after dark and then boom, find all my 4473s, which is why I've transitioned to building privately manufactured firearms and ATF, which I am absolutely certain that you're watching, especially with everything that's happened with CRS and my involvement with, helping raise money for his GoFundMe and all that. I just want to set the record straight for clarity that I do build privately manufactured firearms. I will never stop building privately manufactured firearms. Even when privately manufactured firearms become outlawed or illegal coming, June? A little birdie told me it may be May, that they're going to sneak one in on us because urgency causes more purchases, and they don't want y'all out there purchasing, Lord forbid. That I'll never stop, and I will absolutely never stop, and I will teach other people how to build as well, as many as I can, because peaceful non-compliance is the way, brothers and sisters. Peaceful non-compliance. So to the ATF, I will never stop building firearms. And there's also absolutely no way to stop me. Because, even if I was incarcerated, I'd have access to a lot of metal. And anyway, back on track. So basically, MLA News was first to report that the ATF was digitally scanning firearm transaction records, like your personal 4473 with all your personal information that is supposed to only be used for the purpose of a background check, from forms that the Bureau has received from gun retailers that have given up their federal firearms license, like the out of business office. The ATF has been using scanners equipped with optical character recognition technology, or OCR, to digitalize their records. Although the ATF claims not to have the ability to search for specific character strings. Now, hold on for a second. So what they're saying right now is that these 920,664,765 records that they have of your transactions. We're talking almost every single 4473 after the Gun Control Act of 1968. They got your shit. They got my shit too. It's fine. It's whatever. Out of those 920 million, almost 866 million have already been uploaded, scanned with OCR, and is in their digital database. Now they're saying, but this digital database is not a firearm registry because we can't search by keywords. Well, okay, that sounds like a software thing. So if you changed your software or updated your software to be able to search via keyword, then you would have a federal firearm registry. There's no way around it. You cannot tell me that this is not a way to document every single 4473 that you can to be able to, at least in the future, search by a keyword to be able to find, you know, a YouTuber's 4473's, right? Like, or anybody. And they keep using these words, crime gun, which drives me crazy. What is a crime gun? Please tell me. Okay. To digitalize the records. Although the ATF claims not to have the ability to search for specific character strings, the fact that they are using OCR means that it would only take mere minutes to enable the ability to search the documents. Remembering the federal 4473 form that you complete when you purchase a firearm at a retail gun shop or big box retailer like Walmart includes such personal data as your full name, address, phone numbers, date of birth, social security number, race, sex, and even your weight. It's crazy. Your certification that you are not on drugs or alcohol. Hello, Hunter. As well as the unique identification information of the firearm that you're purchasing or transferring at the time you complete the form, including the manufacturer, make, model, caliber, serial number, etc. Guys, this is crazy. Now, I know that like we've all been like, of course they're tracking that. Of course they're, keeping that information. Of course they're like, why wouldn't they? Why would the 4473 change back when it did, right? Why would it change to where the transfer or purchaser and the firearm information are on the same page? Like, there's only one reason. Ease of scanning, my friends. Now, there are also a lot of issues with OCR. So it would be no time until people start, um, showing up with issues like, people not having people getting pulled over and people getting accused of stealing firearms that aren't stolen, or it's just like any other system. There's going to be issues with it. There's going to be things that are incorrect, and this is just terrible. Police, feds can trace a gun serial number to the person who purchased it. That is correct, provided that it is traced back to a 4473. And what they're saying is that, what's up, Mark Martin? What they're saying is that they're exclusively using this to search for crime guns, not your nice guns, just crime guns. I don't know what crime guns are. And that they can only take a specific firearm and look for. So let's say they recovered particular firearm, make, model, caliber, all that. They can go into the database and they can trace it. Yes, this already happens. But what's happening now is that a federal organization is documenting every single firearm purchase that took place at an FFL since 1968, and they're putting it into a digitized federal database. So every single 4473 that any person has ever filled out since the inception of the Gun Control Act of 1968 is going to be in a database, searchable by name, searchable by firearm, searchable by make, searchable by model. Like this is crazy. What's up, homeless? Good to see you in here, man. There's 1 billion gun crimes. Crime guns are guns recovered at a crime scene. Yeah, sure. It sounds stupid. It sounds like some dumb Karen that has no idea. I don't know. Crime guns just sound stupid. But I understand like what we're discussing here is like, yeah, of course, You go, you fill out a 4473. Of course, that information is going to be out there somewhere. And for every time I filled out a 4473, I assumed that that information would be used against me at some point in my life, and that's fine. And I have nothing to hide. I know most people don't have anything to hide, but the issue is that they are not allowed to develop a federal firearm registry. That is breaking federal, that's literally breaking federal laws. Now, when is the ATF not broken federal laws or their own laws? This is, nothing new, right? We broke the story on, the whole paying people, misappropriating funds, all the shit that they do. It's ridiculous, and I'm not surprised. Nothing surprises me in 2022. Nothing surprised me in 2021. Nothing surprised me in 2020. It's been a couple years of craziness. So to hear like, oh, the ATF was dishonest, not surprised. The ATF is breaking federal law by keeping your private information of all firearm transactions over the last, 40, what, 50, 54, Jesus, 54 years. They have 54 years of firearm transactions. And out of the 920 million forms, 866 million have been digitized. And in 2016, they had 250,000 4473, or I'm sorry, 250 million 4473s. So their list is growing because FFLs go out of business. And that documentation, a lot of times, goes to the ATF. If only we had politicians with only semblance of a spine until, sorry, this light is casting a weird thing on my laptop. Semblance of a spine. Until those people manifest, the ATF will only get more emboldened. So here's the crazy thing. The whole reason this came out was because of a letter that was written by the Honorable Michael Cloud. Now, Michael Cloud was like, you know what? Something is going on here, and it doesn't look right, smell right, taste right, doesn't pass the smell test. So I am going to compose a letter, and then I'm going to get 51 other people to sign off on it, which he did, and they sent it out. And honestly, I applaud him. And you guys know, most of you know, that I am not for like politics at all, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm an anarchist, right? I think you guys know me better than that. But what I'm saying is that I don't believe that I don't believe in the right and left thing. I don't believe in the red and blue thing. I think it's all a literal game to polarize and bifurcate our country so we hate each other and fight each other based on values and beliefs. And as long as they keep us hating each other, we won't hate them together. And there is not one president that will help us get out of this. It is only the general populace that would help us get out of this. And, you know, I don't know if some people would find those views to be the views of an extremist, but I just think it's the only thing that will save us is us. That's why they're trying to double their budget right now. They're getting manpower. Yeah. So over the next I guess at this point, close to 4.5 years, they are doubling their budget, and they are doubling their size. They're doubling their size of field agents specifically. So look at everything that's happening, right? Look at everything that's happened over the last year and a half, 2 years, and look at the ATF is growing in size by 100%. So if there's 100 field agents, they want to add another 100 field agents. They've gone after braces. They've gone after privately manufactured firearms. They will be taking action on both. Almost confirmed. I don't know for certain. Don't have a crystal ball. Neither does Crump. But they will be taking action on that. Look at what happened with the auto key card thing with CRS firearms, and look at what's happening constantly with the ATF. Look at what happened with the dairy farmer. Look at it's just one thing after another, and they go through these like dips where the ATF is not relevant, right? There is no reason that they're there, and then all of a sudden they go through this, we want to be here and we want to be a formidable force, and we need to grow, we need to grow our budget, we need to grow. And oh, and by the way, we get caught as the ATF, we get caught illegally paying, well, committing fraud, right? Misappropriating funds. ATF is like, oh, we were kind of paying everyone leap pay, which is increasing all of their gross income by 20%. Even the administrative staff, whoopsies. Even like, Becky at the front, right? Even though it's only supposed to be reserved for people that are like out in the field and all that shit. Whatever, I don't care. I mean, I care, but I'm not surprised to hear that one of the most corrupt organizations, one of the most unconstitutional organizations, and one of the just illegally operating organizations, like they're created almost exclusively to trample on your rights. And not your rights given to you by, by this thing right here. I'm talking about the rights that were given to you by your creator, that are supposed to be guaranteed to you by this and through this. And they take an oath to this, by the way. God damn. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting hyped. And I want to take a moment as I'm taking a little swig of my juice here to mention HCM Holsters. HCM Holsters is an excellent Kydex holster company. They have some of the best holsters in the business. And, if you want to give them a shot, give them a shot. This isn't a paid promotion or anything. I'm joking, but this was sent to me by Angry Sarge. And Angry Sarge, brother, I appreciate you so much. Put DLD Dark in there. That's dope. And HCM is the shit. So thank you, brother. Appreciate that. I do actually have an affiliate link for HCM holsters. So if you are trying to step up your game and want to get some like serious duty level gear, go to HCM and let me know. I can send you the affiliate link, but can't put it in the description. Otherwise, YouTube will literally destroy my channel. I also have one for JSD Supply. I also became a Brownells affiliate too. Dang. I'm pretty sure that anyone who lied on their 4473 and is public about it is in for a visit. That's a good point too. Yeah. It's like, I wonder, what people fail to realize is when the AFT door kickers come, there will be two of them standing off at curbside as the local police twats or sheriff department twats do the breaching warrant serving. That's not always the case, but yeah, I mean, it depends, right? Like a lot of times they'll have, they'll have locals do it while they're sitting back holding their warrant. Sometimes they'll have feds or the marshal service do it. You will literally have a size 12 boot racking down your door of the U.S. Marshals over the length of a barrel, over somebody lying on a 4473. Dude, I've seen footage of a raid that lasted like 12 hours because homeboy bought one of those portable wall hangers, right? Which obviously is a machine gun, right? Now, I disagree with every single gun law in the books. I disagree with the Hughes Amendment. I disagree with the NFA. I disagree with anything that even remotely stops you from fully, like, there should be nothing that hinders your God-given natural rights to protect yourself. And there should be no restriction on that at all. But we have to also acknowledge the world that we live in too. In the world that we live in, portable wall hangers are machine guns. So he ordered one. Now he did it because he said, like, dude, I literally thought it was a key hanger. I was trying to support. Some of the funds went to like bailing somebody out of jail or something like that. Hold on. Montana, it's actually on CRS's channel. It's probably like, my comment was to alert people that it's not just the feds. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, it could be your local sheriff's office. It could be anybody. I mean, law enforcement is law enforcement. Um, actually, you know what? Hold on one second. I'll pull up that footage right now. Y'all want to see? You want to see a scary movie? I'm just kidding. You want to see a raid? Now, it's not all 12 hours, but they were there for 12 hours. And here's the crazy thing. They searched every single possible crevice that in that home that was an inch by 2 inches. They emptied out boxes of cereal. They cut open baby toys. They opened up the vents in the home and they used those uh, cameras, the little scope cameras that you, not scope, but those endoscope cameras or whatever they are, to literally look through every single vent in the home. They like opened a wall. It's crazy. Like, you cannot hide anything. Well, it's not true. It's highly unlikely that people will not be able to hide things from them if that does happen. So I'm going back here. I believe I'm almost to the video. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, dang. That was when him and I were together and we streamed. Oh, I miss you, CRS. Oh, damn. I didn't know Gun Doctor TV went on with CRS. That's dope. No, did he take down the video? Bro, I think he took it down. Here, hold on. Here. I'm screen sharing it right now. I'm looking through here, and it was right around this time, 5 months ago, and I do not see it. Maybe somebody else reposted it. Hang on. That was when we were together. I'll never forget it. Okay, hold on. Oh, that was when the ATF came to his house. Okay, so it may be further down a little bit. Hold on. Okay, if you guys want to watch a raid, the raid was the U.S. Marshal Service, I believe, with the ATF. Now, the cool thing is that they were really chill, and they basically were like, yo, tell your girl with the baby, even though I put a machine gun in her face. Where the fuck is it? Ah, got it. And the first comment that they make is about a dog. Hold on. Yeah, literally the first comment they make is about a dog. Okay. They come in to raid this dude's house because he was like, yeah, I bought it, but I bought it to support the person that needed to get bonded out of the jail, or it went to some like charity or something like that. And I literally like I thought it was a a key holder, like it's like a wall hanger, like it says it is, and it sucked as a wall hanger. So I literally just like broke it and destroyed it or threw it out or whatever. And then this is what happened.
It's free, no matter how you want to file.
I don't believe that.
It's true. Anyone with a simple tax return can get help from an expert for free.
Oh man, so I didn't sleep like at all last night because I kept geeking out thinking about what it would be like to be there this morning after my video went so viral, and they most definitely seen the video. So I'm going to try to act it out what was happening in my head. All right, so everybody gather in a semicircle real quick. We need to have a little talk. Just gather around. All right, good. So as most of you may know by now, our raid we executed, a YouTuber made a video, and that video has went widely popular. Let's have a little talk about the. Let's just. Already stepped into this shit, and the only thing to do at this point is to double down. Now we need to pay a forensic team to go lie to you. Seconds he was in the house. Dog. You think the internet's gonna let this die? No, it's gonna damn dog for like in our funding. Don't talk.
Sorry, I had to back it up
Just
a little
listen.
bit. Sorry, CRS, I had to fast forward.
And then who the hell told the rookie he was going to get to kill his first dog? He literally wouldn't shut up about a damn dog for like the first 60 seconds he was in the house. Dog. You think the internet's going to let this die? No, it's going to get copied and reshared and copied and reshared and copied. There's going to be memes made. No one is ever going to let this die.
The raid is showing up in a second. So this is a raid.
For the love of God, when you're in a house, don't mention or talk about a dog or a house pet ever again. You know the stereotype for us, and you made the stereotype real. Are you insane? What were you thinking?
Is it behind here? Is it behind here?
Is it in the back?
Is there a
In the
dog?
back in the yard?
Is there a dog?
All right.
Robert. Do I have a radio on?
Yes.
Can you radio just everybody? The pit bulls in the hat.
I'll get it from my back.
Switch up. I got
By the way, I thought that was gunshots when I first heard that, but it wasn't.
Pit bulls in the back.
I think it's blacked off. I'm giving a thumbs up from the sellers back there.
Let's get upstairs. Can you shut the front door?
Yep.
Shut the front door. Brian.
Yep. You guys are up?
Definitely.
Oh, no, you guys.
Oh, I got bunny, so.
In the future, we are going to refrain from using words like dog, canine, or house pet.
Okay. Yeah.
God damn.
Okay, so no, that came up just because we were kind of talking about raids, but yeah. So in that case, it was I think it was FBI and ATF. So they'll gather anybody, but you're right. A lot of times it could be locals as well. Taser. When I heard all that knocking around initially, I thought that it was shots. But it's not. Yeah, I know. Tactics were literally terrible. Like that dude brought his long gun to 12 o'clock. Like the dude started to walk up the steps. Like, you ready? And his boys weren't even behind him. Like, no order, no organization, no structure, no skills and tactics. Like, what is going on? You want to know why dogs get shot? Jesus. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the reason we're bringing this up is because what we're looking at here is the attempt at a federal registry for firearms in the United States, which is against federal law. John Crump broke the news, Amelin broke the news, GOA broke the news. I kind of see all three of them as, together. It's togetherness. They arrested the kid for conspiring to sell a drawing. Let that sink in. Yeah, I know, for real. God, don't even get me started, man. That is going to be such a long legal battle for him. Like, this is going to go to trial. They thought that they could get away with, throwing conspiracy charges on him, that he would maybe roll over. Sorry, I'm not supposed to talk about anything about the case. Sorry. But he's not going to take a plea bargain. He's not going to roll over on anyone. There's only one dude to roll over on, and that one dude to roll over on has been the one dude that's been sitting in jail for a year with no bond, with all of his assets frozen, that hasn't implicated him one time, that hasn't spoken negatively of him one time. It's crazy. But okay, sorry. Back to the topic. I'm easily distracted. So it is proven, this is fact, this is by a written response from the ATF. The ATF is currently using OCR technology to scan 4473's, of which they have 960 million. They have 960 million. Out of those 920 million. Out of those 920 million 4473's, they have 866 million of those already digitized. Now they're saying it's not a database. It's not a federal registry, a federal registry. It's not a federal registration for firearms. It's a database because we can't search it. Like if I find Dark's Glock, I can't look up Dark and find all the 4473's that Dark has done. And I have nothing to hide, right? I got tax stamps, I got suppressors, short-barreled rifles, AOWs. I got if there's a list, I'm on it. And if there are other lists, and there are, I'm on those lists too. I'm not saying this because I have anything to hide. I am saying this because what's important to me is the privacy of Americans. And per federal law, the ATF is not supposed to, it is illegal for them to build a federal firearm registry. But they're doing it. They're doing it right in our faces and have been doing it since 1968. These Bamas got 54 years on us. What's up, Faith? Good to see you. So, yeah, that's the story, ladies and gentlemen. If you filled out a 4473 between the times of 1968 and today, the ATF has that documented. They have your name, they have your first, middle, and last name, they have your address, they have your social security number, they have your sex, they have your weight, they have your hair color, eye color, height. They have the firearm that you purchased for that particular 4473 and the make, model, serial number, and all that jazz. So now, is this breathtaking news? No. Is it crazy to hear that the ATF is abusing their power? No. Is it crazy to hear that they lied and or are lying? No. Is it important that this gets out? Absolutely. You know why? This justice will not come from any politician on this. Justice will not come from any administration on this. Justice will not come from an act of Congress on this. Justice will not come from legislation on this. Justice will come when enough people learn about this and become enraged, and we get peaceful noncompliance. We get peaceful protests, actual peaceful protests, not mostly peaceful but fiery. I mean, like peaceful protests. I am an advocate, and this is on the record. And this is on the record knowing that I am likely being monitored by some type of federal agency because of everything happening with CRS. Sorry, brother. Whatever. I am an advocate for peaceful noncompliance. The only way laws have teeth in this world is if the people comply. And when the general public does not comply, and when the general public, the majority of the world, the people that have been transferring, firearms a billion times in the last 54 years, those people getting pissed off, and oh man, it's going to come from the general public. Now, I'm not saying there should be any act of violence at all. I completely disagree with any act of violence that is offensive, right? I think that's bad. That's bad. Don't do that. Don't hurt anyone. And the only time you should hurt anyone is in the name of self-preservation. So I'm certainly not advocating for anything like that. What I'm advocating for are the people to come together, the people to rise up, and the people to say, hey, ATF, fuck you. You can't do this. This is illegal. This is against federal law. But we have to remember that we're also talking to the same people that literally wrote the law on machine guns. They say that 1 round per 1 action of the trigger is a semi-automatic firearm, and then take something like a force reset trigger or a bump stock or whatever it may be and classify it as a machine gun, not because of the functionality of the trigger, but because of the rate of fire. Like you're literally going against your own written law. What? So yeah, I am not surprised to see them break law. They're breaking their own rules to encroach on our God-given rights. So no, I'm not surprised. Pissed off? Yeah, pissed off. But yes, the ATF has your 4473's. So just keep that in mind. I wanted to get this information out to y'all. I'm sorry this took a bunch of bunny trails and shit, but hey, that's what streams do, right? I considered doing a video drop and editing it and adding the document and all this shit. And I was just like, you know what, man? I'm just going to get on live with my peoples and holler at them. I will show you this letter. So this letter here, U.S. Department of Justice, ATF, this is the response letter. The Honorable Michael Cloud. Dear Congressman Cloud, thank you for your letter dated November 22, 2021, signed by you and 51 of your colleagues regarding the ATF's out of business records, OBR, not OBO, sorry. In 2006, ATF developed out of business records imaging system due to practical concerns, like an entire 3rd floor caving in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Related to maintaining paper and microfilm records. They did try to get a microfilm, didn't work. This legacy system was replaced by the Enterprise Content Management Imaging Repository System. They're using OCR to track your shit. I don't know. We don't got to go through the whole thing. I at least wanted to show this on stream and screen share it, so that way, if people did actually want to read through the entire actual document from the ATF, it is here. I'm rolling through it. It says here, in total, the ATF manages 920,664,765 4473's. Out of that, 865,787,086 have been digitized. So what does that tell you that they are building? The vast majority of criminal firearms traces completed by the ATF National Tracing Center are done for state and local law enforcement agencies across the country pursuant to active law enforcement investigations. They couldn't even give an answer. They literally didn't answer the question of like how many, I forgot the exact wording of the question, but it essentially was like how effective is the crime gun searching, which, like, bro, it still bothers me so much. Crime gun, like, come on. Hold on, where'd I go? Sorry. Letter response, here it is. Okay. Okay, fiscal year 2017, traces received 408,762. OBR trace count 202,380. OBR violent crime trace count 45,798. Interesting. So I'll scroll through the document just so you guys can actually, read through it if you don't do. But I'm still going to stand behind what I was saying, that what they're doing is wrong, what they're doing is illegal, what they're doing is not only federally illegal and against, I mean, they break laws all the time, but against federal law, but it's also against your natural rights that were given to you by your creator, whoever that may be to you. And it is supposed to be guaranteed to you by the Constitution of the United States. And they're pissing all over it. The same one that they take an oath to defend from all enemies, foreign and domestic. So you wonder why there are people at the ATF that are reporting this type of shit to investigative journalists like John Crump, like other people, because people inside the ATF are like, what? That's terrible. I'm not going to do that. People got to know about this. You know what I mean? Tracers are fun. I like tracers. Yeah. They are the enemies. Sadly, they are. I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, I only see other humans as brothers and sisters. Like I see other people and I only see them as brothers and sisters. Even if I completely disagree with them, like, you're a child of God and I care about you because you're a human being and you have a soul. You put me in a situation where I have to, potentially compromise on my values. I can't even talk about stuff like this. The thing is that no matter what, no matter how far gone people are, they can come back, but we'll see. But the shit is messy. It's a disaster. They are lying, and all they have to do is spend a half an hour or less on changing this database and making it a completely searchable federal firearms registry. It exists already. It's been in existence. They are 90% of the way through creating this, digitizing it, where they can search keywords, where they can say, Dark bought a Glock 17 on X date. Let's search Dark. Okay, so, blah, blah, blah. And literally pull up every single firearm transaction that I've done, that they know that I've done. That's why I privately build guns. That's why when it was legal in the state of Virginia, I purchased most of my firearms through private transactions. But no matter what, like I said, I'm a stamp collector. I got a bunch of tax stamps, and I got silencers, short-barreled rifles, AOWs. I got what else? Whatever, a bunch of Class 3 items. I'm already on, the ATF. I literally willingly have written paperwork to the ATF saying, please put me on a registry so I can have this cool stuff. because I'd rather have the equipment if some shit pops off. Oh man. But I was also a very different person when I filled out all that paperwork. I didn't look at the ATF the same then as I do now. At that point, the only thing that I saw the ATF as is a regulatory agency that could help me get restricted items. And they were the, one gatekeeper to me to get silencers. They were the one gatekeeper for me to get short-barreled rifles or whatever. So yeah, I got a shitload of tax. Oh, not a shitload. I got a bunch of tax stamps, and I love it. I wouldn't change it for a goddamn thing. And they've never messed with me. But yeah. Bottom line is, if you've done a 4473, they got your shit. Corn Pop, Morningstar, Jay Duffy, Dirt McGirt, Rip Curl Readiness, which is so wrong. I'm there too. And the stamps give them the right to visit anytime. So it does. They also are given the right to search any spot that could house the smallest component of the firearm or NFA item. So for an example, if the smallest item is a detent spring that big, then they can literally search anything and everything, any property that you own. But when was the last time ATF knocked on your door to say, really, that's reserved for situations like if they knock on your door and they say, hey, we're looking for suppressor. It's an AAC SDN6, serial number X, Y, and Z. Do you have it? Yeah, I have it. Can you produce it? Yeah, I can produce it. I don't want to. I'm likely not going to, but I could produce it. If you're like, oh, I left it at my girlfriend's, when you can't produce the item, that's when they do shit like that. So I got lots of friends with machine guns. I mean, like crazy stamp collections, like 3-ring binder type ish craziness. And, they've never gotten a knock on the door. So I don't think I don't have as much concern about that. And I would take the equipment any day, like the ability to, in the world we live in today, despite, a lot of our thoughts about the restrictions on firearms and the world that we live in today, my ability to keep and retain that equipment is more important to me. Would I have done things differently looking back on it? Maybe. But I love all of my NFA items, all of them. I don't love all of them the same, but I do love all of them. So I hope this was at least, somewhat helpful. I hope this gave some information to some of you guys. I know I took a lot of bunny trails. Bottom line is, if you've done a 4473 since the 1968 Gun Control Act, the ATF has it. They're digitizing it. They're building a database. They've admitted to it in writing that they literally wrote to 52 members of Congress. So buckle up. It's going to be an interesting year coming up. Thank you, man. You're welcome. Oh, something original, brother. I spoke with CRS last night, and he actually said he recognized your username and that was awesome, and thank you, and et cetera, et cetera. So, thank you. I appreciate you. Too many choices. I lost all my boats in a tragic shooting accident. Yeah. It's odd. I actually didn't. Sic Semper Tyrannosaurus. Hell yeah. To any of you guys that may not know, Sic Semper Tyrannis is on the Virginia flag. And that means thus always to tyrants. Guys, tyrants always... let me think of the most appropriate way to say this. The lives of tyrants usually end at the end of a sword. And they just cannot live extended lives, because when you tyrannically rule over people, they're going to revolt. And now I'm looking at the mainstream media with all the shit about the truckers. I'm looking at everything going on with the ATF, everything going on, federally, statewide, locally. And I don't see 2022 being much better than the last year and some change, almost 2 years has been. So now I'm not like the sky is falling, Chicken Little type shit. Like, that's not what I do, like, ever. Every now and then I could come off as black pilled, because it's kind of like, why fight, but yeah, we'll leave that there. I appreciate you guys. I hope this information was helpful. If you're looking for any of the documents, hit me up. I'm happy to chat with any of y'all and all of y'all. And you know what? I even started giving out a burner number, or an alternative cell phone number, to some folks, and chatting. So yeah, holler at me. Are we really surprised that ATF? No, absolutely not. There is no surprise at all that the ATF lied, broke federal law, misappropriated funds, created a federal registry. I'm not surprised at all. But you know what I did learn? I learned that 920 million minus 866 million, that delta is still sitting there in shipping containers. And that's the only place they are. So, in theory, if those shipping containers were to, destroy, and I am not encouraging anyone do anything like that. Don't do it. Don't think about it. I'm just voicing an observation that those remaining, 866 and 920, those like 55 to 60 million 4473's are sitting there in shipping containers at 244 Needy Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia. So, I mean, like, God forbid if something happened to those documents, then they just wouldn't have the ability to digitize them. Crump, tell me to shut up if I'm saying too much. I would never do anything to threaten any agents at all, or any property of the United States government. So I am not saying that at all. So please forgive me, for I've sinned over and over again and again. Hold on one sec. Okay, whatever. All right, that's it, y'all. I appreciate all you guys coming in. As I tell you guys every single time we stream, hold on. Actually, before I go through that, I had been booked with guests for weeks. And it really feels good to be like, man, we got the show like popping. We got great guests coming on. Tomorrow I got Plastic Gats coming on, who's a 3D printer, an enthusiast. It's going to be dope. I also have Smash Time coming on Thursday. So Tuesday, tomorrow, I got Plastic Gats coming on. Thursday, I got Smash Time coming on. Saturday, I got, what was it? Invader Zip? No, Invader Zip. We rescheduled that one. Hold on. I may be able to tell you now. Hold up, y'all. Sorry, guys. This whole COVID brain thing is crazy. Where the fudge did it go? Hold on one sec. Whatever, I can't find it. But we got a bunch of awesome baller ass guests. John Crump, you cannot come up in here saying that when you didn't even tell me what you had for dinner. You know, all you guys have to put in here what you ate for dinner. I would shut up. Okay, shutting up. I'm shutting up. Congrats, Hulse. Oh my God, Toy Town. Oh, wow. My daughter was just born an hour ago. My house has a new gun owner. That's awesome, man. Good for you, brother. Congratulations. That is what is your picture? That's crazy. That is a moment that will change your life forever. And I'm hoping it's for the better. Sport Brand, if you are still in here, I need you. I've been working so hard trying to, become part of the Brownells Bureau of Propaganda because I am like dying to get one of those full-size man onesies because they're so nice, they're so soft, they're so comfortable, and it's like, bro, you can rock a onesie and like throw on a shoulder rig and carry a piece. So because I don't like waiting for other people and I like to do my own thing and like go. I would like to ask you, Sport Brand, could you go design me one in one of our stores? If there is one, I don't even know if there's an adult onesie option on our stores that we use, but we do have a lot of merch available. We have 3 stores currently because we were kind of alternating stores, but shutting them down is a bitch. So we didn't do that. This is what I'll say. Be kind. It is the most important thing that you can do. You must be kind. If you haven't eaten dinner yet, then just type what you would like to have for dinner, even if it's just a dream of, medium rare filet mignon with tots. Being kind is the most important thing you could do, and you never know what's going on in someone's life. You never know what's going on in someone's world. So being kind to them could have a massive impact on their life. And not only that, but it feels good to you as well. So be kind. It's one of the many rules. That is rule number 1, and it's rule number 1 for a reason. The other thing I've realized, and this isn't like in my typical like little sign off thing for, advice of like be a good person, but I'd say to everybody in here, shut up, just shut up, just close your mouth. There's a quote, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen more, talk less. Listen more, talk less. Use the 2 ears and the 1 mouth in a good proportion, right? And when you're in conversation, don't just talk. Don't just throw statements out. Ask questions, right? Engage others. Cause like thought provocation, like dare I say it. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Sorry, but be kind. Of course, live a life of care, contribution, and compassion. Be good to other people, bless others, and of course, you'll get blessed in return. That's the way the world works. And we all know that the only thing that stops evil people are good people skilled in violence. So it is of the utmost importance that all of us become highly skilled in violence. Also, remember to stay safe, stay dangerous, and keep that thing on you. So if anybody wasn't here, I'm going to play this freaking Reading Rainbow ass outro. What's actually an intro timer, but I want to see how hard I can make you guys laugh with it. Sorry. I love it. Tactical Pineapple made that for me, and I love it. And it's just the music. It's just the music, bro. Because like, look what we're used to. Boom, 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 boom. Right? It's like it's dope, man. It's dope. Now it's like reading Rainbow. You know, it's just the music that's cheesy, but I love it, and I love the fact that you put that much effort into it. I love the fact that you put that much into the channel. I would ask all of you guys to go to my Instagram. My Instagram is DLD After Dark. You will find me. You can also just search for the hashtag DLD After Dark, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. We're actually already coming up on 3,000 subs. So we're probably going to do some type of giveaway similar to the one that we did for 2,000 subs. We gave away P80s. We gave away Aegis cleaning kits. We gave away patches. We gave away JSD shirts. We gave away a bit kit. We gave so much stuff away, man. It was thousands of dollars of stuff. So we may do that. And shout out to all the companies that support me, man. Number one, I'm going to say HCM Holsters, man. Shout out for the mug. Thank you. That was really kind of you. It does say DLD Dark in there. That side is a little brighter. But thank you for the mug. I will literally use this in my drinking escapades. I may just eat ice cream out of it. I don't know. But thank you for that. I do have an affiliate link for HCM Holsters. Their quality is next level shit. So if you were looking for next level shit at an extremely good price with a discount code as well, hit me up. Email me at thedarkestmavis at it's actually, because we considered something similar to that, Montana. It's actually Destructive Liberty Device. That we're likely going to be changing the name to, but we'll see. I haven't committed to it yet, but that is, I considered a name very similar to that, if not that exactly, actually. Dark Liberty Discussions. Yeah, it was super similar. So HCM Holsters, shout out to Angry Sarge and everyone else as part of that fam. HCM, it is just unbelievable workmanship, craftsmanship. The shit's like art. It's the only place that I've gone where I look at Kydex and I literally see Louis Vuitton print Kydex, not wrapped Louis Vuitton. Like the Kydex is like Louis Vuitton print. It's so dope. They got a bunch of like covers, so they cover their outside the waistband. What's it called? It's called something, but basically they wrap it, and the PPA and HCM. Thank you. I got an affiliate link for them. JST Supply, the best place, hands down. Period. The best place, the best company for 80% firearms receivers and all that stuff. Slides, barrels, parts. There's a lot. You can get a lot on jstsupply.com. Also, Aegis Gun Care, all these places I have affiliate links to. I also have affiliate links to Brownells. So for all you builders out there, for all you Pow folks out there, you can actually support the channel by using the channel link to hop on Brownells and do the Brownells shopping you were already going to do. It's a CRS joke. Yeah, it would be really helpful. It doesn't give a lot, but if you're already going to get something, then it definitely helps the channel as well, especially. Oh, something in my eye. Sorry, I think I got it. I don't know. Just be excellent to each other. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace. Oh, and after the stream is done, go back in and comment what you had for dinner all over it. Like, tear it up with comments. You can make stuff up too. I mean, I wouldn't ever tell you to make stuff up. Oh, last thing. I did start working on the MUP1, the SIG 320 receiver from JSC Supply, and that thing is serious. Like, dead ass serious. It's crazy. Yeah, anyway, I love y'all. Thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. We got Plastic Gats coming on, and then on Thursday we got Smash Time coming on, and then I got a bunch of other guests too. So we got some baller ass shows coming. I love y'all. Take it easy. Stay strapped. Keep that thing on you. Peace.